Okay, so we can start. Okay, Jose, I will introduce. First of all, welcome all of you to the Youth World Cup. So it's practically, this is the first competition for us, IWF competition this year. We have the general secretary is with us here. We have this technical committee, technical meetings with the coaches and athletes. So we want to present the rules because we have a new frame of the competition online. So we have the general secretary, and also we have the vice president, and of course, president of the Pan American continent is with us, Jose. I want to welcome all of you. Plus, we have the panelists, which are part of the technical committee. All the technical delegates, Reiko Chinan is with us, Pedro Sanchez, Joe Triolo, and Milan Mihailovic. So I want to ask the general secretary if he wants to say a few words before the start.
Thank you so much, the chairman of technical committee, Mr. Nico Vlad, and vice president. I would like to thank all attend this meeting, because I think this competition look like before the online competition. Before, online competition is limited number, and this is, I think, too much number, and maybe record 62 country, more than 420 lifters. That is mean this is the reality test for online competition. Also, this beginning, I would like to thank Jose and Pan American, because for first continent working in online competition. Also, all Oceania, before they make by email online competition, Mr. Bolkova, but no look like this competition when starting with Pan American. I hope all successful to all the technical committee, because working very hard to make a new regulation for this competition. Also, we informed the IOC in our report that is we have this competition with 62 countries. I think this is very good to keep our lifters inactive. And I would like to thank again the chairman of technical committee and all the technical committee members, because they're working very hard to make this competition is high level and to make our lifter active, and no way coronavirus cannot stop weightlifting. Thank you again. I wish to this meeting successful. I wish to this competition online will be great competition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, General Secretary Jalud. And I would like also the Vice President and the President of the Pan American Federation, Jose, to say a few words to our coaches and lifters, because as General Secretary mentioned, Pan American is leading the organizing committee of this year of the competition online. Of course, we have to be honest. It's been a hard time for all of us, but at least Pan America try to do good things for our athletes. So please, Jose.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Jalud, also for your generous words. In America, we are proud to help with this initiative to motivate, to bring again our athletes to the competitions. We all know what the pandemic have done to our world, to our different countries and regions, but this shows us that it's still possible to have our athletes, our best athletes, giving his best performance in an online live competition. That's the concepts, that's the idea. This is for the athletes, for our sport. Having 400 or more athletes, more than 60 countries, 62, is a record. It's a record in any other youth world championship. So that's for us is something that brings our goals. Because our goal was that in this trouble days of the pandemic, we have to listen to our lifters. We have to help them. We have to motivate them. And we discuss and so that this can be one of the options we have to achieve our goals. Bring the athletes to competition again is one of the most asked questions from our lifters. So thank you again for everybody to being here. Thank you again for all the coaches, leaders, of course, the lifters that will participate. We will be more than glad to receive all of you. And thank you again for the ILBF, General Secretary, our President, the Technical Committee of the ILBF, the Technical Committee of the Pan American Federation, to all the ITOs, everybody that make this possible. Thank you, Nico, for the words.
Thank you, Jose. Yes, as you mentioned, and also the General Secretary, it's been a hard time for all of us this year. But at least we try to develop at least sort of new frame of competition. And I hope in the near future we will do also when we will have the normal competition in person. We'll try to find some, and I encourage the coaches because they are here present, most of them. I encourage them to support the athletes and to find the solution and to develop with us the new frame, which should be. And I believe it's more understandable for all the audience, and also is working very well, especially with the television. Of course, it's a challenge. It's a difficult, especially now with everyone is at home, and we use to modify a little bit the rules to try to support the athletes, because some of the country they are locked down, so they cannot training in a gym or something like this. But probably they have garage, they have in a balcony, they have at home somewhere. Different places. It's a challenge for all of us, but I'm sure as we can see, we have 400 lifters, or over 400 at least. This means the new generation wants to join weightlifting. And when we decide to cancel the World Championship, so I was talking with Jose and the General Secretary and some other members of the executives. We should put some other competition if we cancel them, because all the athletes want to have not only training, they want to compete each other. So we have to support them to achieve their goals. So I would like to thank you to all the members of the executive, all the technical committee, if it's Pan American, if it's IWF, also our secretariat who is working with us. Thank you to all of you to make this competition happen, especially with the Peruvian Federation, because they were very keen to organize this competition, and of course it's some cost. It's not like the normal competition, but still they have some costs. So I want to thank you to Peruvian government, and they support weightlifting. About this new competition, I will ask Pedro, who can explain a little bit with this new frame, because some of the coaches, I'm sure, they already got involved in last two competition, which was one of them was organized by Pan American, and the other one we did with Shakrilov from
Nico.
Yes.
Can you give me how many country participate now in the meeting? This nearly too much. How many
60 country, 400 athletes
participate in this meeting.
Here we have who can. I'm not sure. Maybe it was 86
participants.
87 participants altogether now.
Very good.
Yeah, because some of them, they want to understand how it works, the competition, and this is why I want to ask Pedro if he can explain a little bit of and if they have any questions, they can send it to us through to Q1. Yes, Pedro? Or
yes,
hello?
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And also we have Reiko and the others which can answer the question. So please feel free to start, Pedro.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nico. Thank you very much, Jose, and welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm sure it's going to be a different time zone to what I'm in. At the moment, it's 18 minutes past midnight where I am tonight. So I had my siesta in the afternoon. That's why I'm awake. Otherwise, I would be fast asleep. So first thing to say, if you have any friends or anybody who's not able to attend, this will be on YouTube. This information seminar that we're doing will be on YouTube, so they can watch it after the event. The other thing, as Nico has just mentioned, is any questions, please put them in the Q&A session. You have Q&A icon on your webinar. You can put it in there. We will attempt to answer them during the session or as soon as the session's finished. If there's anything we can't answer, we will make sure we publish an answer before the competition starts. So with that out of the way, thank you for attending. I will start. So thank you to Peru, of course, for holding the competition. Without Peru's support and being the pioneers in online competitions, this wouldn't be happening. The aims of the online competition regulations are to promote the real life and worldwide participation of our athletes from the safety of their homes. So basically, you can compete in this competition from your home, from a training venue, a competition venue, wherever is applicable in your country, subject to the health and safety regulations. The objective of the competition is to provide a safe competition opportunity for the athletes training at home without the need to assemble for the competition and the potential spread of COVID-19. So stay safe. Please be sure to follow the national health and safety regulations. I will now move on to the competition regulations themselves. So they will follow the IWF technical and competition rules and regulations with the following exceptions. No competition platform is required. The weigh-in process is different, as you're all aware. There are certain exceptions to competition certified equipment permitted. So that's in section 10 below. There are changes to the calling order. So the whole competition format is basically what's called the round system, which I will go into more detail down further down. The operation of the timing clock, there are only 1 minute calls. There's no such thing as a 2-minute call because nobody will be taking consecutive lifts. The composition of the technical officials involved, again, we'll go into that further down in the presentation. There is no down signal. So be aware there is no down signal. Again, I will explain this later. The allocation of the athletes into groups may not always follow the TCRR. So we have made every attempt to follow the rules there, but there may be some where better lifters or higher totaling lifters are in a lower category. That will be rare. The 20 kilo rule will be respected to maximize the quality of each session. So you do need to observe that rule. As these competitions do not strictly adhere to the IWF TCRR, the IWF will not officially recognize the results or any new records claimed for ranking or qualification reasons. The athletes must wear the standard weightlifting costume and sports footwear. So with when we come down to, in terms of the down signal, if you're wondering, basically it's up to the athlete to decide when they put the weight down. The athlete, at his her own discretion, decides if the lift is complete according to the rule as stated in the TCRR. Then the athlete lowers the barbell in front of the body, releasing his her grip on the barbell only after it has passed the level of the shoulders. So it is solely the responsibility of the athlete to complete the lift in accordance with the rules of the snatch and the clean and jerk as stated in the rules, to the satisfaction of the on-duty technical officers. So ensure that you're stationary and you're in full control of the weight before you put it down. Different athletes over the previous competitions have done it in different ways in terms of there may be a coach on the side who says down or somebody in the area. But it's up to you. The officials will be looking at it. If they feel you have the weight under control and you put it down, they will give you a good lift. The internet connection and camera settings are also the responsibility of the athlete. In the case of the internet losing connection, the camera being turned off, of the athlete being a no-show in front of the online camera within the allocated time after they have been called, the referees will judge the lift as a no lift. We will not be reviewing video that was taken that we didn't see. So please don't send anything in. If we don't see the lift, we cannot judge the lift and it will be a no lift. Do not touch the barbell with your footwear, even after you've finished your lift. This is not allowed. So you must not touch the barbell with your footwear at any time prior, during, and after the lift. If the athlete touches the barbell with their footwear, it will be immediately a no lift or a reversal from a good lift to a no lift if the lift was successfully completed as a good lift previously. So please be aware, it's quite easily in a confined space to try and push the bar away, to move to a new position or something. Do not do this. Move it with your hands, but not your feet. The competition categories, as you all know, they are the youth categories in the men, 10 categories, and the youth categories in the women, 10 body weight categories also. The equipment to be used, the bars must be made by an IWF approved manufacturer. The plates must follow the IWF TCRR 3.3.3.6. In other words, the weights in kilograms must correspond to the color of the plate. So you have a listing there in the regulations, the usual 25 kilo red, for example, or 15 kilo for yellow, the 2 kilo being blue, and the 0.5 kilo being white. You must use collars. We need to use the collars for the safety of the athlete. So please ensure you have that. The other thing is the verification of final entries. So the verification of final entries is not like we normally do as a gathering. There was a deadline of the 30th of October at 23:59 Lima time, by which time all athletes needed to have their entry total and the category they're in verified. So that's already passed, that's all finished. The weighing is different. As you're aware, we can't send people to weigh you in at your own location. So this must be done by the athlete in their own location, and we're relying on the honesty of each athlete to do the right thing. So once that the athlete has weighed themselves in with the body weight, and the first attempt in the snatch and the clean and jerk must be sent from an authorized member federation contact via email or WhatsApp, whatever method they have available to him, during the official weighing time. As per normal, it will start 2 hours before the start of the session and finish 1 hour before the start of the session, as per the IWF TCRR 6.4.1. There are sample weighing forms on the end of the regulations, so ensure you look at those before you send anything in. So as I mentioned before, there's no such thing as a verification of final entries meeting. It's all done via email. I will now go into the course of the competition, which is where we have the largest difference in terms of what we'll be able to do. And there is a diagram or a slide that I'm hoping is on the screen right now for all of you to see. So I will now walk through how it all works. So the competition is called the modified round robin with special rules. So the competition begins with a 2-minute countdown. Introduction of the athletes will occur during this 2-minute countdown. During this 2-minute countdown, the athletes can make changes to their first attempts up until the expiration of the 2-minute countdown. After the countdown is completed, no more changes will be allowed for the first attempts. Then the first lifter will be called to the lifting area platform wherever they are, following the end of the 2-minute countdown. We ask all lifters to please have the barbell loaded to the weight requested before they are called to the lifting area platform. Unlike the normal order of calling, all attempts will be taken by rounds. What does this mean? This means that all first attempts in the first round have to be taken one by one, starting with the lowest weight and increase. So after all first attempts are completed, all second attempts, which is the second round, have to be done in the same way, which will be followed by the third attempt, third round. So everybody will do their first attempt in the first round, then everybody will do their second attempt in the second round, and everybody will do the third attempt in the third round. So I'll now explain as an athlete does their lift. So as soon as the athlete has completed their attempt in the first, second round for the snatch or the clean and jerk, if the lift was successful, the system will automatically increment the weight for the next round by 1 kilo. If the lift was unsuccessful, the system will automatically retain the same weight for the next round. The lifter has 2 changes. There is no declaration. So the lifter must complete any changes they wish to make before the start of the next round through the video conferencing software chat function. So you will do this on the chat function. You will not talk into the microphone hoping that someone hears you. Following the completion of rounds 1 and 2, the clock will be set to 30 seconds to enable all the lifters to finish making their changes. This is in particular for the last lifter who's just completed the lift. Following the completion of the 30 seconds, the next round will commence. No more changes will be allowed for that round. 1 minute is allocated to each athlete between the automatic calling and the beginning of the attempt. The timing clock starts automatically after the athlete has been called. After the completion of the third round of snatches, there is a 10-minute break to allow the athletes to warm up for the clean and jerk. During the 10-minute break, the athletes may make changes to their first clean and jerk attempt. Once the 10 minutes have expired, no more changes will be allowed for the first round of the clean and jerk. The competition follows the IWF TCR, including classification regulations 6.8.2. So there is a table below that shows this, and that's what should be on the screen now. The lifting order changes as per the round system. The technical officials, so this is where we have another difference. The event will be conducted by 4 referees simultaneously. 3 main referees and 1 reserve referee, serving also as a timekeeper to operate the clock, all of whom will adjudicate the lift. However, the decision of the reserve referee / timekeeper will be considered only if one of the main referee's decision is absent. Whenever available, another 1 backup referee may be allocated in each session to stand by in case one of the main referees has a prolonged internet connection problem. There is no jury or possibility to challenge the decision of the referees. 1 or multiple technical delegates will be appointed so that he/she makes a final decision on any technical issues and or other unforeseen matters which may arise out of the ordinary. Technical delegates must have a valid IWF Category 1 technical official license. We will have 3 technical delegates in these competitions. 4, sorry. There will be 4. It will be Rajko Chinet, Milan Mihailovic, Joe Triolo, and myself, Pedro Sanchez. The competition will feature a commentator, instead of a speaker. The platform of the competition. The competition will be conducted with the video conferencing software online application connected to the competition management system. So in this case, we're using Zoom and it's connected to the IWF TIS system. There will be connectivity testing for all participants. This has already started, so Quality Productions, Santiago Salgado will be getting in touch with each of you if he hasn't already to ensure that you're able to connect in the location where you will be competing. I will stress one point. If during the competition there is an unsatisfactory video image and the referees cannot adjudicate the lift will be judged to be a no lift. There are no challenges to this. That is how it will be. That is all I have. I just want to mention one thing which I don't think I made clear. At the start of the competition, we ask that the athletes start to warm up 10 minutes or so whenever they're ready before the start of the competition. You will not be required to present yourself during the presentation, but the competition will start on time. So please ensure you are warmed up. The lifting goes very quickly because everybody only has 1 minute from the moment they're called. So please be ready and start warming yourself up in time. Thank you very much. We have a number of questions up there. Yes, the question was, Hello, everybody. So it means that if a competition starts at 1900, the first lift will be at 1902. That is correct. Yes. Turkey also. Thank you for your thank you. It's a weighing form. We must send this to. Should we send picture when the athlete wait? Thank you. No pictures are required of the weighing. You only need to send the form in with the athlete's details and their body weight and the starting snatch and the starting clean and jerk. There are no pictures required of the weighing to prove it was the athlete. We are purely relying on your honesty. Thank you.
Also, we should emphasize for the coaches in practically the lifters, not to when they finish the lifting, don't step forward on the platform. Please try to go back as a normal competition out of platform, not fall, because most of them, the lifters, they will do mistakes. They will step on the barbell, and the referee, they will be forced to change your decision, the decision of the lifter, of the lifting. Sorry.
All right. Unless we have any more questions, I think that is it. We can give it a couple of minutes to give people the opportunity.
Yeah, let's wait a few minutes, because maybe they will ask some questions.
Okay, I see some questions here in the
yes.
So the entry for the next champ. Okay, so the answer to that, as I mentioned earlier, you will have Zoom up. There is a chat function in Zoom, not the Q&A. There's a chat function. There's a little bubble. You select the chat function, and as soon as you've completed your lift, you can start putting in your change for the next round. I think that you will be able to see the change reflected on the scoreboard as well as in the chat. There will be no acknowledgement on the chat. It will be reflected on the scoreboard, hopefully within a couple of seconds, because there's a person looking at the chat at all times.
Sorry, Pedro, I have a requirement. So I want to ask everybody, just please put only the name, the athlete name, and the requested weights in the chat. So we don't need any more special information, just the athlete name and the new weights. Thank you.
Yeah, but if it's second attempt or third, yes, especially after first attempt, they should say the name and also the weights and second attempt or something like this, because don't get confused. Zoli, yeah? Do you need that one or not?
No, they don't need the second attempt.
I don't need second attempt, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
okay.
just name and
just
and
need
the new
the name and the weight.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Because Nico,
good.
we're only taking changes for the next round, you see. So
that's okay. Because maybe some of
now weighing close.
Maybe some of the coaches, they will after his lift finished, he wants to change straight away. So this is what I mean. Let's say
yeah,
one
but
of
that's
the
it.
lifters.
We only take Nico, please
okay,
don't
good.
confuse
That's okay.
We only take a change for the next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you can make the change. There's a question here. Can we make a change straight after, or does it need to be in the set? No, you can start making your change as soon as you've completed your lift. You do not need to wait for the last 30 seconds. So we send the weigh-in form too? You need to send in the weigh-in form with the athlete's name, their starting snatch, and the starting clean and jerk, as well as the body weight, obviously, of the athlete. Weighing in close for the athlete. You can weigh in as per the normal rules. It's up to you. You're in your own location. as long as it's a safe environment, that you can weigh in naked, you can weigh in with your costume. It's up to you. You do not need an observer there to observe that you've weighed in. So weigh in any way you wish. Do not take any pictures or video, please. We do not want to see them. I think I've covered all the questions and answers. If not, please put them up again.
Yeah, let's wait another few minutes, and if they will, someone will want to ask something. In the meantime, I would like to thank you to all of you guys, especially for the athletes and the coaches, and please try to encourage the athletes and to support them for this kind of competition. And I hope in the future we will organize normal competition. I mean live, face to face. But we should start to think about to organize this frame of the competition, and will be much better to watch and to understand the competition. I know it's some of the coaches, they are not very keen to do with the new changes, but soon you'll find out. It's really good, and we have to do some changes, because this frame of competition it's a different. So with the old one, we should bring something new to our sport and to make more attractive to the audience.
Okay, a question is coming about the email to send in the weigh-in attempt form. I'm assuming that's for the verification of mail-in entries. That is on the entry form. Please look. Sorry, that is in the regulations. Please look at the regulations, or can somebody offline please put it in the answer. If you're talking about changes, the changes are via chat. There is no email address, so please do not get those things confused.
And please, as Pedro mentioned,
if you have,
make sure you have enough data on your phone or laptop or something, because sometimes it can happen to finish your data in the middle of the competition. So it's not really, try to have all the unlimited data or something like this, just to cover everything.
Okay, the questions also came, if we have two changes, until when can we modify our first change weight after successful lift or fail? So as soon as if you've completed your lift, you will have until the start of the next round to make your two changes. Not until you are called. You have until the start of the next round to make your two changes. I hope that's clear. If it's not clear, ask it in a different way, but you have, as soon as you've completed your lift, you can make one change, and then as long as the next round hasn't started, you can make another change. But once the round has started, you cannot make any change for that round.
And also the coaches and lifters, when you want to lift, just be prepared. Don't, when we calling you, don't try to load the bar. Then you should have everything ready to lift by the then, because other than that you may lose some time. So be prepared, loading your bar and everything, just to be ready to lift when we speaker, they will call you. So
A question's coming. Does the referee need to make an introduction? I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to make an assumption. They're not talking about the referee. They're talking about the speaker or announcer calling the athlete. The speaker will call the athlete. The referees will be introduced, but the referees will not be introducing anybody. You will not even be aware the referees are around. You will not see them. The lights will appear red or white. That's all you will see of the referees, athletes or coaches.
Once again, someone asking about the email. So don't forget, don't mix them up. Don't send it by email. My question.
Can someone please?
Go ahead, Pedro.
Well, if we're, Agustin, are we talking about the verification of final entries, or what are you talking about? Are you talking about the change of weight? Please redo your question. Agustin, Antonio Agustin Jr. I'm talking to here now.
Yeah.
Hi, Pedro, Nico, taking advantage to be here. Thank you very much to invite me. It's Santiago speaking.
Santiago,
thank you for coming, Santiago.
From Quality, how are you? Fine.
Good,
I just want to suggest something about the athletes when we finish each session. When we are going to have the virtual ceremony medal, I just want to suggest them to stay at camera if they can. So if they are all here in Zoom, please send that message to know them.
You mean the medalist or what we're talking about?
Yes, in the medal ceremony, if they can stay at camera, for me it's better, just to make something beautiful as we made it in Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
And also I want to ask you, both of you and the others, just if we can start with the speaker 3 minutes before the first attempt, because 3 minutes for us is better than 2, not to be so close to the first attempt.
Okay, Santiago, we will talk about this together after this meeting, maybe a few minutes.
Okay, no problem.
If you want.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Okay, I've got a question here. Will we receive a confirmation email after sending the weigh-in and starting attempts? Zolly, are you receiving the weigh-in attempts, and can you answer that?
I will, I think no. They will not receive any confirmation email. I don't know where the email is going. So I hope I just received the final version of the data and I can put it to the system. Actually, I don't know the email address. But I will never send a confirmation email.
It should be on the regulations, Pedro. It should go to the organising committee and then be relayed to us.
And the organising committee collect all the data and send to us,
Organizing committee
it's up to you.
The committee should send the confirmation email. And the email address of the organizing committee is YWC2020 Peru @gmail.com.
Reiko, can you
put it in the answer, please, Reiko?
Yes, please.
Put it in the answer.
Yes, I have done already for somebody who raised this question.
Okay, well, that will be visible to all. So
But
that's fine.
Anyway,
All right.
it is written in the regulation. At the end of the regulation, there is a weighing form sample. There, the email address is written.
Yeah, correct. All right. So no confirmation email, just so you know, unless we hear otherwise. At this stage, there's no confirmation email. Sorry about that.
But
Okay.
Pedro, as organizing committee,
Yeah.
if we don't receive, for example, let's say that Peru, we are waiting Peru, we will immediately contact the country. So they will not receive a confirmation email, but if we don't receive, or we think we haven't received, we will immediately contact the country. So don't worry. Everybody.
Okay, well, that's good. So you will be proactive. Excellent. So that's better than a confirmation.
Yeah.
All right. I hope everybody heard that. That's thank you very much, Jose. That's excellent.
Guys, I think it's done. Do we have one question? Not yet.
I put the regulation link to the chat. So if somebody cannot read it yet, so there is a link in the chat.
Yeah. Yes, I see. I saw it.
Okay,
it's good.
All right. Zoli, I think we can close down the not the Zoom session, but the rest of it, so we can speak about the other issues.
I think it's done. We can thank you to all the coaches in the lifters who was present for this meeting, and we wish you good luck for the competition. And that's it. And Zoli, now you can close it, and we will continue our meeting.
I cannot close it, so I can just open it, but not close it. I will end of the meeting, and everybody can rejoin if wants to meet each other.
Okay.
Same link, Zoli?
I think so.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Zoli.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks.